Hi everyone. This lesson is about comparative adjectives to describe change over time. In the classroom discussion, Rose says, "The world is getting smaller and smaller." This is an interesting sentence. What do you think she means by that? Is the size of the planet actually getting smaller? Or does she think it just feels smaller? She thinks it feels smaller. Can you think of reasons she thinks this? Maybe she's thinking of the internet connecting people from around the world, or the speed and lower cost of travel. It's interesting to think about this. In the sentence, the world is getting smaller and smaller. The word smaller is a special kind of adjective called a comparative. You have probably learned about comparatives before. Most comparatives are formed by adding an ER ending to a word. For example, small becomes smaller and loud becomes louder. But there are different rules for different word types. Now, look at Rose's sentence. The world is getting smaller and smaller. There are two comparative adjectives. We sometimes use two comparative adjectives to mean a change over time. So Rose thinks the world feels smaller than in the past, but she also thinks the world will feel even smaller in the future. When we use double comparatives with the words that end in ER, we just repeat the comparative with the word "and" in between the two comparatives. For example, smaller and smaller. Every time I come home late, my parents get angrier and angrier. But if the comparative is made with more, we double the more, not the adjective. For example, as my flight was late, I became more and more anxious. Every year, my mother gets more and more beautiful. Thank you. See you next time.